New normal. The pandemic has caused many losses in all aspects of our lives over the past few months. All our activities are hampered, starting from economic activities, worship to educational activities. This caused many very significant setbacks. Seeing the numbers that suddenly soared rapidly, the government decided to make regulations, especially DKI Jakarta, by conducting regional quarantine, by closing access to the city of Jakarta, and exiting the city of Jakarta. The governor took from the story of Amirul Mu'minin Sayyidina Umar bin Khattab radhiyallahu anh, which is when he was about to enter into an area by bringing tribes to area that were affected by the plague. He was reminded that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had said, from Siti Aisha radhiyallahu anha, he said, I asked the Prophet about Ta'un that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught me. First, Ta'un was a punishment that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent to whomever He want, but Allah meant mercy for believers, so nothing is stricken by the Ta'un. So he retains himself at home patiently and expects his pleasure while realizing that Ta'un will not overtake him apart from being God's provisions for him. Surely he will get a gift like martyrs' gifts. Report by Bukhari, Nasai, and Ahmad. The numbers according to the data are increasing, making people, even the government, think hard to deal with this situation while maintaining economic balance to avoid crisis. Then the PSBB is applied with health protocol regulations, including wearing a mask when leaving home, always washing hands before and after doing activities, take bathing after a long enough journey, keeping a distance when in contact with others with a minimum distance of 1 meter, and maintain personal health, personal hygiene, and environment. But all fields still cannot push back the spread of the rate with numbers that continue to increase. And add to our sadness over, many have died, as well as medical personnel who died in the line of duty to deal with patients. Sometimes we think what sins we have committed as human beings, so God inflicts this disaster on humanity, which is not just one or two countries affected, but all parts of the earth also feel it with the impact they face each. Is this our penance for all our vices and crimes against nature? The government also seemed to surrender in dealing with a situation like this. People who were impatient because they felt kept locked in the house began to rebel. The proof is that government regulation on PSBB is not longer heed, especially what we see after it is over just a few days. Many people who flocked to clothing stores and other styles and began to visit existing recreational areas for the sake of realizing fatigue, like a bird that has recovered from its broken wings, fly freely without burden by going wherever they want. Finally, the government chose to let it continue by providing new normal provisions. Give the community to carry out their activities as usual, but still adhere to the health protocol mentioned earlier. New normal is applied after everything we have felt lately, which is not exactly a benchmark that we are back to normal. Teaching and learning activities must continue to run in order to continue the generation of intelligent intellectuals, noble in virtues. The economy must keep going in order to keep the wheels of economy running for us to meet our personal needs. From here, we really have to show our character education by seeing from this side that only we need to meet needs, accompanied by helping those in need. Let us change our mindset together and make what we do a good example in the next generation, so that this generation doesn't sink into laziness, learning, literally learning, and learning to adapt from every circumstance. Thanks.